Breaking, Congress just said it. She's going to prison. By Rory Grant for freedomdaily.com. Despite her 2016 presidential election loss, former Secretary of State and Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton can never seem to leave the spotlight. She once again graced the covers of news outlets when Representative Matt Gaetz of Florida, who serves in Congress, made comments that she might still be criminally charged for her actions. On Friday on Fox News Channel's Tucker Carlson Tonight, he spoke with the anchor because of his status as a member of the House Judiciary Committee. He referenced her potential crime and being prosecuted when he accused her of using bribes paid by her charity to influence domestic and foreign policy. Furthermore, he called the Clinton Foundation a money laundering operation. His interview went as follows. I'm not going to read that. You might as well just take a listen to what he said.
The FBI tonight taking another look at the Clinton Foundation, searching for evidence the foundation may have taken donations, brace yourselves, in return for political favors.
Really? That's shocking.
Joins us tonight. Hey, Trace.
Hey, Tucker. Fox News has learned the U.S. Attorney's Office and FBI have been looking into the Clinton Foundation for months. They're focused mainly on pay-to-play politics, and we're told a key witness was interviewed in December dealing specifically with any comparisons between donations to the Clinton Foundation and government actions while Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State. That's the first investigation. There is also Hillary Clinton's private email server. The Hill has now published a report featuring former FBI Director James Comey's original draft on the investigation, which uses the term gross negligence and says there was evidence Clinton committed a felony. Anti-Trump FBI agent Peter Strzok reportedly softened the language in Comey's draft so Clinton could avoid criminal charges. The DOJ is exploring whether to reopen the probe. The Justice Department is also asking FBI agents to explain evidence gathered in the now dormant Uranium One investigation. The DOJ is deciding if a special counsel might be needed. Uranium One is the 2010 transaction where the Obama administration allowed the sale of U.S. uranium mining facilities to Russia's state-run energy giant. The Hillary Clinton-led State Department was among the 9 U.S. agencies that approved the deal. Finally, there's a potential probe into allegations the Obama administration tried to secure the Iran nuclear deal by ending a federal investigation into the Iranian-backed terror group Hezbollah. But ending the investigation reportedly led to Hezbollah trafficking hundreds of millions of dollars of cocaine into the U.S. and building up their base of terror. Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State at the time. The Clintons claim these are all efforts by Trump to divert attention from Robert Mueller's special counsel. Tucker.
Trace Gallagher. Thanks a lot, Trace. Congressman Matt Gaetz is a Republican who represents the state of Florida and joins us tonight. Congressman, thanks for coming on. So, I don't know if you can hear me, Congressman, but if you can...
I got you, Tucker. Just heard you.
Excellent. Thanks. So the Clinton people are saying, look, you know, Hillary Clinton has been a private citizen for a long time. She's been out of politics, in effect, for a year. Why now? What's the significance of these, do you think, for the rest of the country?
There may have been acts that occurred at the State Department as a consequence of bribes paid to the Clinton Foundation, which are creating an ongoing security concern for the United States of America, Tucker. Take, for example, the Hezbollah story you just mentioned. It's not just cocaine that's being trafficked. You've got Hezbollah working in common cause with narco traffickers in South America to move opium, to move heroin, to move people into the United States. And the investigation that was going on to degrade these networks, to degrade the collusion between Hezbollah and South American narco traffickers was smothered by people at the Justice Department, and there is a suspicion that the State Department, led by Hillary Clinton, had a role in limiting the American people's access to information about Hezbollah being funded and their operations in this country because they wanted the Iranian nuclear deal so bad they didn't want us focusing on the fact that Iran has funded over 100 mosques in South America to recruit people and then to send them to the United States to do harm.
So that's one of the investigations into that, and it does seem, if true, first of all, it's hard to defend, but second, it has obvious national security implications for this country. Tell us about the investigation into, the extent we know much about it, into the Clinton Foundation.
Well, the accusation is that the Clinton Foundation was merely a money laundering operation where people paid in order to have access to the State Department, and there were notations on particular documents and bids where people would write FOB, Friend of Bill, which means those were donors to the Clinton Foundation, and as a consequence, they were given special treatment. That's the type of thing that we have to know about now, not to exercise some revenge on a defeated presidential candidate, but to ensure that we don't have people right now acting as vendors on behalf of the United States of America, not as a consequence of their merit or what they can do, but because they're friends and potentially donors to the Clinton Foundation.
Yeah, well, I mean, that whole operation was false from day one, obviously. Why is it taking so long to get these investigations underway?
You know, we've been calling for this for over 5 months. 20 members of the House Judiciary Committee sent a letter to Attorney General Sessions saying that we've got to look into these things because of the ongoing security concerns. And finally now, we have Hillary Clinton dealing with investigations cascading down on her like it's a bomb cyclone. I think the day's coming soon, Tucker, when we'll be sending an I'm with her t-shirt to Hillary Clinton's cellmate.
Yeah, I mean, so you think that she is criminally exposed, potentially?
Absolutely. Look, if people were taking bribes and then as a consequence of those bribes engaging in actions that they would not otherwise be engaging in, that is a crime. You cannot do that in the United States of America, and we've got to go now and remedy the consequences. Take, for example, the subject of your show tonight, the opioid problem. If you had people trafficking and would have been found out otherwise, we've got to now go back and remediate the harm that the Clintons caused this country.
Congressman Matt Gaetz of Florida, thanks for joining us tonight. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Tucker.
Well, despite the long period of time that has passed since Clinton ran for office, her crimes remain the same. Karma just has not caught up to her yet, and neither has the criminal justice system. It is nice to know that members of Congress remain diligent in wanting and seeking to hold her accountable for her crimes. Nobody gets a free pass, and nobody is immune from being held accountable for their actions, whether they ran for president or not. Hillary Clinton should be held to that same standard that everyone else in the United States is held to, no exceptions and no excuses. Share if you agree. But what I'm saying is, since they know all these things, how come arrest warrants weren't just issued? Because for a normal, everyday person, if there was a crime suspected, you know, that's even trivial, nothing to this level, what we're talking about here, wouldn't, you know, they put you in handcuffs first, and then you're supposed to get an attorney to fight the case? Because I just can't see that everybody knows about what that has been going on. They have proof. They have proof in order to talk about what was going on. They know what's going on. So why not just arrest them and then let them try to prove that they are innocent? Why do we have to wait so long? I mean, I just don't understand it. You know, I mean, it doesn't make sense to me at this point. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.